You too, we're back.
What's up, y'all? We want to talk about Ibrahim Traore, the president of Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso, yeah.
Like,
French country.
my whole timeline is filled with all the
for real?
good things he's doing. Yeah, basically, I've seen some negative stuff, but I really love what he's doing for his country. Like, taking ownership of your own country instead of letting all these Western countries control your shit.
Yeah.
It's commendable. I love this guy. Like, I hope he stays safe. Nothing crazy happened to him. But you guys don't get fooled by propaganda, because the propaganda is gonna be
It's
like,
coming soon.
It's coming. It's already coming. They're gonna start telling you how bad he is. Don't get fooled. Again, don't get fooled about this guy. Is great for the country, for Africa, for black folks around the world. Trust me, he is doing good. So they're gonna come and paint him evil. They're gonna paint him as a bad person.
Yep.
Don't get it fooled. What he's doing right now is such a major thing for a lot of people from the continent of Africa. So don't get swayed by the media. Do not, because they're gonna come with heat. They'll probably even show you evidence. Don't turn your back on this guy.
Made up evidence, probably.
Made up evidence that they will make it almost believable, that you will not say, oh, that's propaganda. So don't get fooled. Steady cause, right? This guy is great for Africa. He's great for his country, and we're going to support him with a full chest out. That's what it's going to be, all right? A lot of these people are mad because they can't steal from them no more. They can't steal their gold, their diamonds, all that stuff. Africa have all the resources.
I had a friend, is it Portugal? What country is that? Was just
France? I think it's
France. My bad. Yeah, France.
Yeah.
Was just ripping them off.
Yeah, but France is doing that to all their colonies.
Yeah, the francophones.
Like, all the francophones. Even Haiti, I heard, were paying. They were paying France.
Who you think you are?
You know what I'm saying? Like, and the funny thing is, all these people will call Africa a shithole, Haiti a shithole. So why are you taking more from them then? If we're such shithole countries, why the fuck are you taxing them?
It's like taking money from the homeless.
It don't fucking make sense.
Doesn't make sense.
And can you believe the president of France had the nerve to say Africa cannot do it by themselves. We need to come and help them.
Who the fuck?
Right? So all these countries so-called helping Africa, providing aid and stuff like that, right? Since I think it's even be the 50s. But today, guess what? Africa is still a shithole. So what does that tell you?
So what's the help at then?
What does that tell you? Because it's not real.
It's just like I keep working on my. I'm telling you, I'm working on my jump shot every day. But my shit's still trash.
They'll give you the so-called money. Even I guess America was giving money to Africa too, right? They'll give you money, but then you'll have a president Donald Trump like, oh shit, whole countries. Okay, so if you guys are saying you're helping Africa, right?
Money, though.
Use your brain, right? You're saying you're helping the continent or the country, and you still think or know that they're a shithole. How about stop fucking sending their so-called money? Because that shit don't do nothing for the country. It don't do shit. Y'all only do that so that politicians could turn a blind eye when you're still.
And they come in, yeah.
When you're still the gold and the diamond that makes way more money.
Guys, the politician, the money the United States will probably send, they gonna take that bitch anyways.
Dude, once they dig up a fucking place for diamonds and gold, they already overpay off that whole money that they give that country.
Mm-hmm.
It's just what it is. How much do they even spend on AIDS? Like every year, maybe like $1 billion or something. I don't know the amount.
To give AIDS, okay.
But I'm saying whatever they take from the soil of Mother Africa,
we paying back by blood.
It makes them more money than the amount they give y'all.
We paying blood.
They give Africa. Think about it like that way. All they do is the so-called aid is for the politicians to be their puppets. So those politicians will turn a blind eye while they go behind them and steal all our resources.
Yeah.
This phone that we're using right now, Tesla cars, all this shit, all this diamond y'all be getting in all these countries, all came from Africa. All came from that soil.
I think the battery shit, the lithium, is that from the Tanzania or something like that? Yeah.
Anything you use in this
it's
Western
Africa,
world
man.
Is all Africa.
Well, yeah, was too.
Because we keep letting them steal our shit.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I like people like Ibrahim Traore. What he's doing is kick this motherfucker
get
out.
The fuck out!
And it's funny. It's like, why are you guys in all these countries you guys call a shithole?
Yeah, why y'all coming here? If he's a shithole, why you going?
Exactly.
He must not be a shithole.
Because they know what they get from Africa.
Yeah.
Right? They'll come, they'll paint Africa as bad and stuff.
They'll show Africa on TV.
When I took Ethiopian Airlines to Nigeria, bro, like half of the plane was white folks.
Really?
Going to Africa, yeah.
Yeah, you know what they're about to do then.
You feel me? So, but they'll paint it bad for most people that are gullible and say, oh, Africa is bad. Don't ever go there. Yeah. Because they want to be able to do what they do, secretly steal from the continent.
And no one will hold them accountable.
And nobody will hold them accountable. Yeah. That's just what it is. The reason why Europe is rich is because of Africa.
Africa, yeah.
And in turn, that's why Africa is poor. You take all their resources, you don't give back. You know, you pay only your little puppets to don't say shit when you do your stuff.
Yeah, hush, hush.
You know, so I love what Ibrahim is doing. Some people are mad because they're starting with the president of Russia. I don't give a fuck. The point is,
at this point, we got to do something.
So this is how I see it, right? For all the people that say, oh wait, Russia is another colonizer. But which country has Russia ever colonized?
Interesting. I don't know.
Okay. So, look at it this way, right? At least this president could negotiate with Russia. But guess what? France did not give them a chance to negotiate. France was just taking, building up their country. Paris, all this. They're one of the richest countries in the world.
Yeah.
But they don't even have resources.
No resources.
So think about where are they getting that shit from? How are they able to make enough money to build their country the way it is? Oh, you motherfuckers traveling to France, giving them more money every fucking day.
I go to Africa, man.
You feel me? So what Ibrahim is doing is great. I don't care. Tomorrow they'll show me a video of Ibrahim Traore killing somebody. I don't give a fuck. What he's doing so far is great for Africa. Kick them motherfuckers out. Like, if you want to do business, that's fine. But Africa needs to be able, at least, a lot of African countries don't even get more than 10% back on people taking their shit.
They probably get,
that's why they're poor.
Probably get 5 cents on the dollar.
Think about it, how much you'll spend on diamond. Think about it. Trace the money all the way back. Trace it back. You know, all these people taking from Africa, every time they take something, it's worth billions.
Yeah. They give back.
Imagine Burkina Faso able to use $1 billion a year, $1 billion a year to build up their country. You think they won't look better than fucking Europe?
Yeah. And then we got the resources to keep.
Yeah. But these motherfuckers take it, build up their country, and be like, oh, shithole countries. But at night they have their trucks and everything.
Here, though.
They take.
So what are you taking shit from? You taking the shit or what?
And if that don't work, they'll pay rebels to start shit in all these countries. So people will be scared of their own country. They won't like to go to certain places in their country. You know why? There's a bunch of tents in those little states or villages in those countries with a bunch of Europeans digging the fucking soil and taking everything from Africa. That's what's going on. That's really what the fuck is going on. You guys gotta think, man. Don't let this motherfucker fool you. I don't give a fuck what you watch, whether it's CNN or Fox News. You could tell, you could read between the lines. They're all in cahoot. Like all these countries, all these European countries, they all do the same thing. They literally share Africa between themselves.
Yeah.
France owns all the francophones.
They split it up.
England and America own some of the French-speaking countries, and so on and so forth. That's literally what they're doing. That's why you see America's not saying anything bad about the French. When Burkina Faso said the French has been fucking us up, Niger said the French has been fucking us up, Haiti said French has been fucking us up. Do you notice how America still stay on the French side about these old issues? Guys, come on, man. We gotta wake up, man. We gotta wake up. Just like Sankara in the past, well, Sankara was also a Burkina Faso president back in the day, who was trying to do what Ibrahim is doing right now too. Guess what? They make his own people kill him. and they kill him. I think every time they do this weird shit, they'll kill him in a more public view. It's to show a lesson to everybody else not to ever try that. The so-called people that think they're superior race, I think they kill him on live television, bro. Yeah, I think so. I have to look into that more, but that's they use that as a lesson to any fucking African young kid that's gonna grow up to be a president should never try and go against this so-called Europeans or Americans or white folks that want to keep Africa poor forever. That's what it is. We gotta be willing to, support Ibrahim Traore, man. What he's doing is very good for his people. Yeah, it might take a while to really see the thing, but it's better. It's better than these people keep stealing and stealing and stealing, and Africa remains the same. Dude, you good?
Yeah.
So by the way, he already have like 18 assassination attempts on his life.
18?
Yeah, bro. Bro, if all the stuff they're digging in our soil, bro, it's worth billions of dollars. So you don't think this people want to try to kill him? Of course they try to kill him.
That's what the Russians are there to protect him.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, for now at least. You know what I'm saying? These people just steal and don't really give back.
Just taking.
Even the aid is like a I don't know if I should call it like a dog whistle or a gaslight. They just use that for Africans to be like,
it's like a roof.
Yeah, it's almost like, oh, they're giving us that. We have to be in debt to them. We have to bow down to them.
To bow down.
Hell no, we're not doing that.
We will give ourselves our own aid.
Yeah. We have this stuff is
by mining our resources. By mining our own resources.
All the shit everybody else uses in all these countries are beneath the feet of Africans, literally, in the soil. Africa is the cradle of humanity. It's the motherland. Everybody originated from Africa.
One thing is, once we start playing their games, the game is over.
Congo alone, Congo should be the richest country in the world, guys. It's literally. Congo have the most vast resources on earth, minerals everywhere in Congo.
Yeah.
But obviously, that's why King Leopold or whatever from Belgium killed 20 million Congolese. No, that's facts, bro. That's facts. It's probably even more. It's probably even more because you can't trust this fucking problem. But when they said 20 million, it's probably close to 30 million. Let's be honest.
Maybe more than that too.
But they needed to do that because they know how much Congo holds.
Yeah.
You can't have these people uprising. You can't. You gotta shut them down.
Yeah, put them in bondage.
You gotta kill them off. Like
Leopold.
Congo have enough resources. Congo is Congo is literally in the heart of Africa.
Yeah.
It's down near the middle. God have the reason for putting that shit there. Down near the middle of.
So big ass country too.
Where life started, which is Africa.
So a big country though too.
Africa have everything you can think of. Everything that you can think of, Africa has it. That's why they're trying so hard to get rid of this guy because they know what that does.
Yeah, I hope they don't get rid of this dude, man.
They try, man. I heard they even pay one of his bodyguards. Like, how did they even get to the bodyguard? Wow. But they very, these people, they think about it. They're losing billions right now because of Ibrahim Traore. They're losing billions every year right now. Yeah. Or even every few months. They're losing
money, yeah.
So every time y'all put on those jewelry and shit like that, think about Africa, y'all. All those jewelries, all those gold diamonds you put on, they're from the blood of a lot of Africans.
Blood diamond, man.
You know what I'm saying? And that was, blood diamond was in Sierra Leone, right?
Yeah, Sierra Leone, yeah.
Congo even has way more than. So they're all over Africa taking the resources and draining the country. It's not a brain drain talking about, because smart students are going overseas. No, y'all taking the fucking resources from Africa. That's what's draining the country, the continent. That's why it's poor. That's why you have the nerve to say it's a shithole country. Fuck out of here, man. Yeah. Without Africa, all these countries will not be standing.
No.
They'll all be shitholes. You know what I'm saying?
We'll all be shitholes together.
We'll all be shitholes together. So fuck. Leave Africa the fuck alone.
Leave us alone.
Stop giving us aid. We don't need your aid, but don't take our diamonds either. Don't take our gold. Don't take.
Leave us alone. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Leave
Africa the fuck alone.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Let them grow themselves. What is all this? Why do y'all gotta be so involved with Africa? And y'all don't even like black people.
Because it's beneficial.
I know, but it's like, okay, if you don't give a fuck about Africans or you call us shithole, then get the fuck out of the country.
But, they'll say shitholes just to deter anyone from going over there.
It's so stupid. Comedian Godfrey was saying the other day, it's like, every time they're like, go back to Africa. And he went, but guess what? He saw the same people telling him to go back to Africa right there.
It's right there.
There's white people all over, around Nigeria walking around. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So it's like...
go back to Africa. I went to Africa. The same people, you're there.
You say, go back to Africa, but I see you in Africa. And another thing is like... It's so stupid. I don't get it. Like, us Africans need to wake up because there's Nigerian, maybe not Nigerian, but it's bloods, African bloods now attacking Traore now.
Really?
Yeah.
What do they say about him now?
They say, oh, it's a dictatorship. Really? It's a dictatorship? What do we have here in America? What is that?
Maybe they're getting paid.
If Ibrahim trying to take care of his country, trying to make Burkina Faso great again. We have somebody else doing it here. Y'all support this motherfucker. But you can't.
Is this a dictatorship?
They're doing the same shit.
Man, please send that stuff to me, please.
You know, when I see it, I'll send it to all this shit. Like, it's starting, but it's little by little. Just wait. By the end of this year,
this how we're gonna turn against them now.
By the end of this year, they're gonna do some weird shit. You're gonna see more stuff coming. The propaganda, they're building it up.
They're building it up right now.
They're waiting to release
that dictator is gonna be the first thing they say.
They're waiting to release. Even they have this black U.S. captain that was saying, "Oh, Ibrahim is using the gold to protect himself." And so what? His gold, to protect himself. I guess that means like. The money from the gold he's using to build security and himself.
Well,
of course he's going to do that.
Because y'all go trying to take him out.
Like, and that's his country's gold. That's his sweat and blood of his ancestors.
So why not?
He could use it. Worry about the fuck the way he wants. Okay? Y'all don't have any business with that. Let him do what the fuck he do because America, we do what we want to do.
Why they even worry about him?
Yeah, why you
worried? Why you worried though?
He's making his country great again.
Yeah, why you worried about that?
Y'all, 7 million of y'all voted for this guy to make America great again. That's what if you especially if you vote for Trump, you better be cool with Ibrahim Traore too. Like,
he's trying to make his country great. Yeah. And Trump is trying to make his country great. So what's
he's using his country resources, the sweat and blood of his ancestors that died, you know, he's using those resources from the soil to protect himself. That's what it is. You have no say.
He's not doing anything wrong.
I feel like a lot of this European country just feel like African countries are like that child, or like they're slaves
because
or
of the puppets that we have.
And we have a lot of puppets, but people are also scared. Nobody want to get killed, right? Because that's what they usually do.
That's true.
Even a lot of our musicians, from Bob Marley to a lot of people, always say Africa should unite. But guess what? A lot of our heroes...
If we unite, it's game over,
A lot of our heroes get killed off.
Yeah.
From...
Divide and conquer, man.
Martin Luther King, Malcolm X.
Divide and conquer,
Even Bob Marley did not even live that long. Yeah. I think he died in around 30-something.
Yeah, early 30s, I believe.
I'm telling you. And a lot of his music, especially you motherfuckers that think Bob Marley music is all about smoking weed. Nah. There's true message in those songs. And especially non-melanated people... That was like, when you say, "Oh, I like Bob Marley," they be like, "Oh, you like to smoke?" No, fuck out of here.
Yeah, I like his music. I don't smoke.
Yeah, but if you listen to his lyrics, he says some real fucking shit.
One love. That's not
nigga, don't sing. I don't want my ear bleeding.
You sound dumb as hell. Let's get together and something.
Yeah. So, you know, all these people, they kill them off because they know there's truth to what they're saying. That's why they kill all these people.
Of course, man. The truth hurts.
Yeah, even
though take you out.
There was some conspiracy around Bob Marley's death, guys. Y'all know. I mean, if you're Jamaican or y'all know about that.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
Think about it. everybody that's good for us, they take them out. Like, y'all got. Sometimes that's why when they say, "Oh, this person is bad," and they're not,
you gotta go do your own research.
I have to look at them sideways. Like, okay, if you were telling me, you all the way from Europe or America is telling me this African leader is
how
bad,
do you know that?
Now, when they say, "Oh, we love him so much, he's such a great guy," I know he's a puppet.
Yeah, puppet. Yeah.
Guys, we gotta start thinking, man, because we able to know all these things. You just have to dig deep within you. You could. That's why sometimes even when your instinct tell you something is bad, there's a 7% chance it's bad.
Yeah.
You don't need CNN to tell you otherwise. You don't need Fox News or Newsmax or anybody to tell you otherwise.
Those news stations are biased.
We already born with all these abilities to know shit, but since media and everything has started with controlling narrative, a lot of us are not able to tap in to understand what the fuck is going on.
We just take it at surface level.
Yeah.
Blindly.
So, I'm telling you, some people right now, once they see that blog, oh, he's a dictatorship, oh, they take it.
Yeah.
They don't even try to.
Man, I gotta go see that blog, man.
Yeah.
Because
we don't even think like, why would somebody be saying this guy's a dictatorship?
Yeah. Why?
We don't even think no more. Once the media says something, we just go with it.
Trying to tell your people against you.
Yeah. And especially when you're a black person, you're from America or Africa, you gotta understand these people already have a preconceived way of looking at you already. They already see you as not fully human or second class. They already see you. So when they tell you certain things, you should know already that I gotta look at this twice. I gotta look at it twice. I'm not just gonna take it. For people that back in the days they said black people was 3/4 human.
Like 1/16.
Yeah. And now we find out that most of these white folks are actually part Neanderthal.
Yeah, Neanderthal.
And we Africans are the real Homo sapiens, humans, shit like. You see what I'm saying? So when these people, and that's why I don't like them controlling my shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Sometimes I listen to news too, but I know I can only take it with a grain of salt.
You have to take it with a grain of salt because they are biased.
Yeah. And my thing is when it looks like they're against somebody that I look up to, I always flip it around. Like if they tell me, oh, Ibrahim Traore is bad, no, I'm like, oh, he's perfect.
Yeah.
When you tell me Ibrahim Traore is bad, I see him as perfect. Okay? Y'all ain't gonna fool me. There's a lot of people that think like me too. Y'all ain't fooling me. I know where I stand with Ibrahim Traore from today to the next 50 or how many years. You
can't penetrate us, baby.
Yeah, you can't penetrate us. You cannot tell me he's bad. I don't give a fuck. You use and this stupid thing about AI, man. Oh, we might have to talk about it in a different topic.
Ooh,
AI is gonna fuck up the society. You know how real some of this shit looks? One day they will tell you, say that your own brother is the one that poisoned your food. They'll show you a video of your own brother poisoning something. And you'll believe it because it's right there.
It's right there.
Like, well, you'll be like, no, my bro would never do that. But they'll be like, it's some video.
It's right there, AI, bro. That AI is coming, bro.
Yeah, that's the white. Anyway, I don't want to get too much on race, but that's what they do. That's what another day. That's what they do. That's why when a black person commit crime versus a white person, they always make that black person look so bad.
They'll start digging up his past.
You get what I'm saying? They'll start digging up his past. It's like, okay, so because he has a past,
he deserves to die.
So we should go and kill off everybody that have a past.
But you got a point. Swear, right? You have a point about this.
Yeah.
How they'll change the propaganda.
People.
I see what. Yeah.
Wake up, guys.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I like how you bring the whole thing to this country too. When a black person died by police, he was a thug. He was this. He skipped class. When a white person shoot up a whole church,
exactly,
he's a lone wolf.
Yeah. That's why sometimes I read shit online. I just shake my head and laugh because I'm like, I read it, but y'all can't fool me. I know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So if you're saying he has a past, so he has a past, he deserves to die.
He deserves to die.
Because George Floyd did drugs, so he deserves to die. Like,
yeah.
What the fuck? We might as well go. And these same people will be like, forget about what happened in the past.
Yeah.
Huh? You want us to forget what happened in the past, so you want to bring up his history.
So it can repeat itself.
Yeah.
Forget.
But I'm saying, they'd be like, oh, forget about slavery, forget about Jim Crow, right?
Everything.
Oh, things are nice now. Okay, so, but then this guy, because he has a past, criminal past, he should die. I should forget about.
Why can we forget about that?
But I should forget about redlining, Jim Crow, all that shit. Do y'all even listen to your fucking self? Y'all can't fool. There's a lot of people like me. Y'all can't fool us. And then if a black person kills somebody for self-defense, like let's say it's a white person, now they don't want to talk about the self-defense no more. Oh, they think he's a monster.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck? But he's a white person. Oh yeah,
self-defense. I had the right to.
Yeah. Second Amendment or whatever.
But
he has the right to.
See, some black people
like,
here though. Fuck? Some black people here, they be cooning too.
Exactly. Yeah, it's true.
They be cooning, bro.
And in Africa too, they a lot of puppets.
I'll talk about Nigerians. A lot of Nigerians are coons.
Even when the Black Panther was a thing, do you know how they infiltrated Black Panther? Other Black Panthers.
Yeah.
Guys, come on, man. We gotta find a way to
until we change, man.
Yeah.
Nothing's really gonna change, bro.
We can't attack ourselves. And if they're gonna take Traore out, guess what? They're gonna use a black African person.
It's gonna be an African person, yeah. Even from his own country too.
Yeah, it's gonna be Gaddafi the same thing. They use his own country people to kill him. Yeah, even from his own country. In like a public square, because they know what Gaddafi was doing was gonna be bad for them.
Yeah, unite Africa. Yeah.
You know,
if Africa unite, we use one currency, it's over.
Yeah, but they can't let us unite. Oh, another thing I want to say. Do you notice how we always find divisions within us Africans, but you never hear an Italian person saying, "Oh, I don't like Irish people." They always find a way to work together. Though they have an Italian person will tell you a stereotype about Irish, but you don't see them really focus on that. But Nigerians, we're always talking about Ghanaians. Ghanaians always talking about Nigerians. Yeah. We're always talking about South Africa. We always fighting. Even within Nigeria, the Igbos and Yorubas are fighting against each other. It's like, why?
Even during the elections,
Yeah. You know, in America, you see a good Muslim and Christian and they're friends. But in Nigeria, it's like, if the person's Muslim, it's almost like you don't want to be friends with them.
Really,
or vice versa. It's like, it's weird. Why are we already divided? The continent of Africa.
It's one continent by ourselves.
It's 54 countries already. Why are we still dividing, cutting more into it? Why can't we just stick together? At least for the next few decades or something. We always finding difference amongst ourselves instead of similarities. Right? We all know the Italians and the Irish and the Spanish and the English are different, but guess what? They always come together for their own good. They always come together.
Yeah, we're all similar. You know, we're all similar than we think.
In New York, right, you have all type of race of people, but all the whites, they're not fighting against each other. There was a time there was Italian mafias, Irish mafia, all that stuff. Some of them worked together in New York in all the boroughs because they were making money together with, you know what I'm saying? But Africans, we so divided. And that's how they fight. You know, in Rwanda and even in Liberia, that's how they fight. They'll tell you this group, they are better than you guys. Oh, you guys are better than them. You have better nose. They look more Bantu-ish. You're taller than them. You have more people in this position than them. So when the war started, when you kill those other side, you don't feel too bad about it. It's like you desensitize about it.
Desensitize.
You're willing to kill your own fellow countrymen because you feel like you're better.
That's what happened with Rwanda.
Or you feel like they think they're better.
The Hutus, the Tutsis.
Yeah, divide and conquer. You guys hear that word all the time. When you hear divide and conquer, how about we unite? You know what I'm saying? When you keep hearing that word, and it's true. When you divide two groups,
unite and fight,
you could control both of them because they'll just keep fighting each other while you smiling. Yeah. So, anyways, not to make this too long. Y'all have a good night. Peace.